It is day 10. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, not day 10, day 12. Wow, we crossed the 10th day. We are now in day 12, and I'm so grateful to God for allowing me to be able to record this journey. It has not been an easy journey. It's been messy, lots of highs and lows, but I know that when I look back on this, I will be testifying of how God blessed me to become a disciplined, profitable trader for his glory. So, you know what we do? We got to talk about the verse of the day, how we are centering our mind and what I'm utilizing today to just continue to stay consistent in this trading journey. So the verse of the day is from Proverbs 3, 5, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will direct your path. That is one of my favorite verses. I have said this a lot to myself in those moments where I was afraid, I was unsure, and it never ceases to lift my spirits. I'm going to read it again. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Okay? Ultimately, what this looks like in trading is that, sometimes the trade may look perfect and you still lose. Sometimes the trade may be uncertain and you win. I mean, there's just a lot of uncertainties in trading at times. You can learn as much as you can, you can build that skill, but even if you do everything right, sometimes some things may not go the way you want. And vice versa. You've had trades where you're like, I'm not sure, you do your best and you win. So all of this is to say, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord, okay? We have our plan with our trading, right? We have our plan. If we're still tweaking that plan, I feel like I'm still tweaking that plan. I'm still learning my skill. I'm still figuring things out. Trust the discipline, trust the consistency, because if you don't give up, you will definitely get to the goal. So I'm telling myself that and I'm telling you that let's seal all of this in prayer, okay? Lord, thank you for bringing me to day 12. Help me to trust the process you are leading me through. Even when I don't understand what the market is doing, help me to stay grounded. Let me execute my plan with discipline and release the outcome to you. Remove the need to control and replace it with trust and peace. Guide my decisions and keep my mind steady. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you the trades that I took. I traded Asia session. That's starting to be my go-to versus pre-market and New York session. So let's go ahead and I will share with you what we did. I will be honest and say this wasn't a great trading day. And as a result, there are some realizations that I came to. So I actually lost all my trades. I typically would have a hard stop at $180 if I lose, but I extended it to 360 to give myself two tries. And I lost it. I don't know why that happens. The first time I lost both of those trades. Not that I haven't lost two trades before in a row, but yeah. Anyways, let me. Am I happy about this? No, I'm not. But let me share with you the first trade that I took. So this was the first trade I took on gold, and I took this sell here on the 618. I saw some rejections. I had put my stop loss. There was an order block here. Price was very bullish. Let me just honestly say it was very bullish. Everything was bullish, 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 bullish. I honestly should have just um, said no to this. The reason why I took this trade was that there was the previous day high here. Usually price rejects off of it, which it did for a little bit, but then it went back up. So uh, really going against higher time frame isn't the best. However, I'm still learning too that even within higher time frames, right, you still have bearish pressure, but finding the area where bearish pressure is indeed stronger. than the bullish pressure or buying pressure, selling pressure versus buying pressure. So I'm still unsure. Even though technically, yes, a sale could happen here. I wonder actually if a sale came off here. I'll check to see. But I do believe this is probably where sales was most likely to happen. This area, not so much. Okay. Anyway, so I lost that trade. Then, and sorry for this. This was just didn't look right, but you can see. So this was the trade that I wanted to take right here, this buy, and it was perfect because it was aligned with the higher time frame, and the previous candles did indicate that I would be getting a buy here. Price didn't tap me in. I had a limit order set. It didn't tap me in. I should have probably executed a market order when I saw this and had it, but I was thinking that price would further come down and I missed that amazing trade. I missed it. But then I was like, oh craps, I missed it. It came to this area here where I did see some rejection, similar to this trade that I took here. That sell and price did what it did here. It just it got I did get a selling I did get a bearish reaction and then price just went up. So I lost that too. And then I don't know why I took another trade. So this was a little bit of revenge trading here that happened. Price wanted it to sell. And this is funny because higher time frame was bullish, but there was strong selling pressure. So my thought process was, okay, well, we had some rejections in the 50% of this between this level. There was definitely rejection. So I was thinking, okay, you know what, price will then come here and bounce back up. Price did not do that. Price dumped and then actually hit this order block. This was an order block and went back up. Funny, interestingly enough, price did come up and then ended up selling even further. So this bullish pressure must, I don't know. So that's why it's like sometimes the bias of the higher time frame doesn't necessarily dictate what happens in the minute, the intricacies, because price is always going up and down, no matter if it's bearish or bullish on the higher time frames. It's just looking at market structure and seeing which areas have more selling pressure versus buying pressure, more buying pressure versus selling pressure, and taking those taking those trades appropriately. So I have a lot of question marks on kind of understanding those nuances. And that is why ultimately what I'm going to do is this next couple of days, for the rest of the week, I am not going to trade. I am ultimately just going to um, revisit my mentor's videos. He is really great at understanding just price action for price action's sake, understanding where sellers are, where buyers are from the perspective of ranges. So those fibs I draw usually not usually, they do encompass a range. And so I'm looking at these. It's important to understand price action for price action's sake and understanding where buyers are, or where buyers have more power versus sellers and sellers more power versus buyers, understanding how supply and demand also helps to create that market structure, to create that story. And based on that story, that would give me more confidence to enter where I need to enter and not be afraid to miss a trade or lose a trade, because I will just know like, hey, there has to be some strong reaction, because the trades that I lost, there was a reaction there in my favor, but then, buying pressure either took it out. In both cases, buying pressure did take it out. So I'm still figuring this out. So I need to take a moment to just study and refine my plan, refine my trading plan, and then go from there. So that's what I'm going to do for these next couple of days. For the rest of the week, I might even continue till mid next week until I'm going to forward test. I'm going to show up probably tomorrow and just kind of sharing with you some progress, literally teach myself, revisit, and just we're going to figure this out. So I'm going to share with you the messy parts too, because not every day is a trading day. Some days have to be reflection, refining, and forward testing. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.